you want to talk about Signature Series.
I do. What is Signature Series?
The stuff we make is great. Sometimes people have other ideas about what they might think is great. Signature Series, we entertain those ideas. Yeah, so this is our standard, geometry-wise, sit-stand desk. But they wanted a little punch. We kicked it over to Dimitri, and he modified it a little bit and whipped up this corner element with a banding line kind of outlining the desktop. For this one, because the design element is pretty intricate, and they're very close, they're separate elements, but they're very close together. That really limits almost using any bushings at all, and the size router bits are pretty small. So making a template that can actually route all this out, not gonna happen. Instead, we pre-assemble this element just in the veneer, separate from anything, and then basically put it in place, knife the outline very carefully, freehand route it, and then slap it in. But we're gonna talk a little bit about how we assemble that and what we assemble it out of.
Yeah, what is it?
And how we put it in. It's made out of veneer, Matt. It's really skinny wood.
I took all the work that Dimitri did on the computer. We sent all of this stuff over to the laser, and our laser department cut out all of our little pieces. And then what we're gonna do is sit it on our wood, and then we trace it out with our knife. So we did that.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
And we got this. This was just kind of like, you know, I need to figure out how the technique works. I'm gonna just slap stuff on a piece of wood and see what happens. I had some difficulty doing it. You can see all these big gaps here. Big gap right there. Kind of see how that moves a little bit? So if I go in and I press, it starts to move.
Yeah.
So what I did was, real quick, is took the exact design and just cut it out of plexi. So then I can turn around, line it up where I want, go in and knife with an X-Acto knife, and then route it out, hand route it, clean it up, glue it in, and this was my next little guy, which has no spaces. Very happy.
Great.
I'm going to tackle this way for the desk itself, and go from there, hope for the best.
This looks perfect. We can just make all the ones on that desk look like that. Be in business.
These connect the two front designs and follow the curvature of where you would sit. So to play it safe and smart, what I'm going to do is line up my jig that I made to follow that curvature, hog that out first with the router, get the straight lines on the front two sides, figure out where that is, and then line the design up. If it's dead on, if it's not, I did it in a proper order where I could slightly adjust, and everything will hopefully work out just fine.
Those are some fine lines you got there.
All right, so
Yeah.
lines are down,
Yup.
of course. So now we're gonna remove the material. Gonna hog these boys out and go from there.
One hour later.
Yes, this is great.
I'd clap, but I only have one hand.
Today, in order to get this beautiful line that goes all the way around the outside. I use some wood as a guide against my nice flat bit right here on my router to make that line. So this line, that's the outside of my bit. So my bit, I want my bit to be like right there, right? So that's the outside. On my router, where that flat edge is, it's 2 inches and 1/8 from there to there. That's what I'm doing with this, is I'm making sure I'm pretty much right there on one end and then the other. And then I'll manually double check to see if it lines up, and then we'll go.
So what's next?
So what's next is I cut out a bunch of pieces at the laser today myself. So what I gotta do is turn around and make the pieces that I will be inlaying into all the mortises that we did. So this one, you can see all of the grain is going this way. These will get stacked all the way up to here, glued in, all that good jazz.
Good morning.
Oh, hey,
How's it going?
it's done.
Yeah.
I gotta sand it, we gotta finish it.
Something tells me it's gonna take a little while.
It might. We don't want to risk putting it through the wide belt, so I'm just gonna.
Much later.
Yeah, now we gotta finish it. So we're gonna bring this over to Rich at our finishing department. Typically we send all of our stuff down to PA where they do most of the finishing. We're gonna use our conversion varnish and it's super durable. We start with our first coat, which basically seals everything. And then we scuff that up so it's nice and ready to accept the second coat. We throw on that top coat, and then we let it cook in the oven for about 15 minutes. It ramps up to 100 degrees. 15 minutes later, it's done. That's kind of it.
Hey, yo.
What's up, guys?
Oh, it's so bright.
Busy in here.
Oh, yeah.
This is the new studio.
Oh, and just so you know, Wyrmwood furniture, no swearing. Family friendly.
Oh.
So no calling this. We've probably already shown the set being built, but we're in the process of building this set, so it's like halfway done. And it looks great.
So this is the finished Bennett Dimitri piece.
Combo. It is quite nice.
No, this detailing right here came out absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, yeah, get a side by side, please, at the end. I want to see a side by side, the render versus the reality.
Yeah.
That's actually a really compelling thing I'd like to see. It does look very good. So, you know, this is a custom piece. This is part of our Signature Series line. So these are made to order, made to spec, made just the way you want them. So to start the process, link down below, wyrmwoodgaming.com, Signature Series, custom shop. Go there. You could do it.